Good morning, Knights. Hope your day is going phenomenal.
On today's episode, we check out one of Higley's favorite subs, visitors from another country, and get a closer look at everybody's favorite cookie.
All that and more on this episode of The Studio.
Here come the runs. Here come the runs. Here come the runs. Here come the runs. Oh yeah!
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jonah Villegas.
And I'm Tommy Caprice. Jonah, what's with all these decorations?
It's New Year's today.
Oh, you're right. Earlier this week, Josh and I went out and found out what our peers knew about the Chinese New Year. Knights, today's the first day of the Chinese New Year. The Chinese New Year is a holiday celebrated not only in China and Eastern Asia, but all throughout the world. Let's go see what our fellow Knights know about the Chinese New Year.
Do you know what animal is being represented this year for the Chinese New Year?
This year, it's not horse, but that's my guess.
Cat.
That is close. Do you know what Lunar New Year it is this year?
22nd.
No, like, do you know what animal is being portrayed?
Snake.
It's actually the dog this year. Yeah. Okay, so what is your Chinese zodiac animal?
Dragon.
And do you know what that represents?
I've read it when I went to Great Wall, but I completely forgot. No.
I'm dragon.
The dragon.
Yeah, I'm the dragon.
I'm the horse.
You're the year of the horse?
Yeah.
What does that what does that mean? What traits do you have?
I know we don't get along with rats.
I think I'm like a rat.
How long do you think it'll be until it's the year of the dog again?
Like 10 years.
I'm gonna guess. How many zodiac signs are there?
It's gonna be 2030.
That's right.
Do you know any traditions that accompany the Chinese New Year?
No.
Yeah, there are a lot of traditions for a Chinese New Year, but I think the best one is Lucky Money. Every children like it.
So, how long does the celebration last for the Chinese New Year?
I'm gonna say 5 days.
2 days.
10 days?
Specifically, no, I want to say on average about a week.
Do you think that schools should teach more about the Chinese New Year, or do you not think it's that important?
Yeah, I think they should.
Yeah, because it's actually pretty interesting, and I would like to know more about it, so.
So in conclusion, I guess we don't know enough about the Chinese New Year at this school. Maybe it's our school's job to teach us more. Reporting for the studio, I'm Tommy Caprice.
Do you love Chipotle? Come to the Santan Chipotle location on Monday, February 19th from 4 to 8 p.m. to support Best Buddies. 50% of the sales go back to our outstanding club. And be sure to show a flyer or mention Best Buddies at checkout.
The drama department has an exciting show coming up. It's an audience interactive murder mystery called Murder in the House of Horrors. Who did it? Figure it out for yourself on either February 20th or 21st at 6 p.m. in the HCPA. Tickets are $5 at the door.
Feel like you have a story to tell? Well, journalism class is here. Austin and Cole have the details on it.
With the next school year fast approaching, choosing classes can be a challenge. We sat down with a few students from the new journalism class to see what this course is all about.
So journalism is a new class offered for any age levels at Higley. It's basically the class where we write for Higley's new newspaper, which is called the Nightly News.
The newspaper is most likely going to come out March 8th.
So there's the Life and Times department, and they write human interest stories. There's the audio and visual department, and they take care of all the photos and social media stuff. There's the opinions department, and they write just opinions articles. There's the sports department, they write sports, and then the news department.
For the first 5 minutes, we research news to talk about in class. And then after that, we go to our own departments, and then we figure out what our timeline looks like what we need to do if we need to do interviews or continue writing. And then after we discuss what we need to do, we just go out and do what we need to do.
So is this class worth taking for the next school year?
I would recommend this class to anyone who has any interest in being a part of a newspaper type class or has any interest in writing.
Yes, I would recommend this class for students that want to continue or find new ways of writing, because with the different departments you learn different ways to write.
If you're interested in joining, talk to your counselor about signing up. This is Austin Holmes and Cole Evans reporting for The Studio.
Attention all Best Buddies members. There will be a mandatory lunch meeting on Wednesday, February 21st in Miss Wittenberg's room. We will be going over the assembly routine for March 2nd. All Best Buddies members must attend.
Tommy, did you see the Chinese students last week?
Yeah, what were they even here for?
That's an excellent question. Kiara and Savannah have the answer.
This week, students from Shijiazhuang Foreign Language School visited our campus for a span of 3 days as a part of the Sister Cities Exchange Program. Students had the opportunity to host up to 2 8th graders, introducing them to our daily lives both at home and school.
I was interested in the exchange program because last year I hosted a German exchange student for a full year, and it was a really good experience. So when I heard that they were looking for families to host the Chinese students when they came here, I told my teacher that I would be interested.
My name is Linga and I'm from China, and now I'm in grade 8 and I like to listen to music and read books in my spare time.
My name is Zhu Jiayue and I'm 13 years old. I'm a middle school student. I'm in grade 8 now. And my favorite sport is football because I think it's interesting and exciting.
Besides speaking other languages, there are vast differences experiencing life in another country. A couple of 8th grade students described the initial culture shock, including transitions, mannerisms, and even the way they dress.
Most Chinese will not help other people if they don't ask them.
American people are very friendly. You're more outgoing than Chinese people.
The girls wear clothes more fashion than Chinese people. And in China, we usually wear the uniform.
In China, most people like to drink hot water, but Americans usually drink cold water.
Additionally, a lot of laughs were shared during this short trip for the students and plenty of memories were made.
I tried to make pancakes. They would pick up the pancake and eat the entire thing on the floor.
We're glad that the foreign exchange students were able to experience the life we consider normal as Americans, many for the first time. Thanks to Higley High School and the families that agreed to host them, they were truly able to enjoy their time on campus. This is Kiara and Savannah signing out for The Studio.
Attention all Spanish Communication Club members. There will be a meeting this Friday in Mrs. Sweepy's room after school. Please bring photos of places you've traveled to.
Your girls' varsity soccer team had an unforgettable season this year. Maria caught up with some of our Lady Knights to see what they had to say.
With a record of 17-4-2, our Higley girls soccer dominated this season. Here's how they felt about this year.
We were the regional champs. We made it all the way to the end, and then we had 2 playoffs games and we lost in the second one.
At the beginning of the season, I was nervous, obviously, because it's a brand new year. But as the season started growing, we were practicing more and started getting closer to the team.
The beginning of the season, there was a lot of anticipation and a lot of excitement getting ready for the new year. And then towards the end, it was all coming to a close. And it was kind of sad to say goodbye.
The team's record won't be the only thing the girls remember from this season.
Something I'll remember about this season will probably be the friendships, because I grew a lot closer to the girls this year rather than last year.
Over the season, we had one of the freshmen on the team would always go on the field when she wasn't supposed to be on the field, and we'd always make fun of her about it, or she was supposed to be on the field and she'd be sitting on the bench during a game. It was hilarious.
Even though the girls had a successful season, there's still a game they like to look back on.
My favorite game was probably against Williamsfield, because they're obviously our rivals and we beat them, and I scored a goal that game, which makes it 10 times better.
One of the tournament games was sweet. We were down by 2 at halftime, and then towards the end of the game we scored 3 goals and ended up winning.
With this season ending and a look into the next season, the girls have some goals they hope to meet.
Something we want to improve on is obviously make it farther and win state. And now that the season's over, I'm going to have to go back to club, which is different, but still fun.
Way to go on an amazing season this year. Keep working hard, and we can't wait to see you dominate next year. This is Maria Boyer with The Studio.
This weekend, the Miss Vietnam Beauty Pageant is taking place, and one of your fellow Knights is participating. Josh and Tanner caught up with Angie Cannamoni to find out more.
Miss Vietnam Arizona is a special pageant dedicated to preserving what is considered beauty in the Vietnamese world. Angie Canamoni, a fellow senior at Higley, is a participant this year.
I decided to enter the pageant pretty late. It was sort of last minute, but I think the applications were due in December.
First decided to enter into the pageant when my cousin Sienna, she was like, hey, do you want to join?
Through my friend Ellie, she wanted me to enter because she wanted to get a lot of people into the competition. She wanted to make sure that there was like a good variety of girls to choose from because, you know, we all have talents and we all have like our individual traits that like make us unique from each other.
Well, we had a couple months of having practices every week. Today is our last practice. And we focus a lot on catwalk, posing, and we have an opening dance. That's something we've been practicing.
While Americanized pageants would be based off their decision of swimsuit catwalks and niche talent, Miss Vietnam Arizona sees grace and regality as a deciding factor. This is shown with the Ao Dai, a tradition in clothing in Vietnam which all the girls are required to wear, as how you are dressed should not determine your beauty.
If I was a judge in this pageant, I'd be looking for a lot of characteristics having to do with confidence in the way that you execute all your poses and your walking, your overall demeanor, elegance, grace.
Beauty is inside and out, and just the way that you carry yourself, if you're a good person inside and out, that should truly show, and I think that should be the winner.
Beauty comes from within, and the outside is just, it goes away eventually.
The winner of the pageant becomes the face of the community for quite a while, and it's a very important position to be in. There's a lot of responsibilities that come with it, maintaining the reputation of your community, and also going to a lot of events that they host.
More so a coming together of people, because I feel like this also comes back to like the 9 titles, because we don't want to like make sure that like only one person is like scavenging for the title. Like we want to make sure that like each person has a chance to shine, and like we all like get to have fun in the process. Like we're all just like dancing together, like having fun, and like I think that's like really the most important part of this competition.
All the girls in this pageant are beautiful people, inside and out, and whoever is deemed the winner definitely deserves it. And this was Tanner and Josh for the studio.
Super Smash Bros. Club is happening every Friday after school in Mr. Ellis's room. Make sure you stop by and bring your A game.
This week, Marching Band did a fundraiser by selling Saxograms. They raised over $300, and thank you to all who participated. And good job, Marching Band Nights.
You know I'm always pumped to have a sub in my class?
Who?
Mrs. Adams. She's always super cool.
You know what? You're not the only one who thinks that. Grace and Vanessa set out to find out more about one of Higley's favorite subs.
Mrs. Adams is a well-known teacher around campus. She has kids who go to Higley and will be going to Higley in the near future. She recently took the long-term subbing job for English, and Grace and I took a closer look into who Mrs. Adams really is.
So I actually just started subbing last year. I started subbing in October, and then within a couple of weeks took a long-term sub position that ended up lasting the whole year, and then I took another long-term sub position this year and just started being a part of the cheer program and the coaching staff this year as well.
With her 2 daughters going to school here, Mrs. Adams talks about how she really connects to her students on a different level than other teachers can.
I love my students. I feel like I've formed some really strong bonds with them. I think that I am able to connect really well with my students because I am a parent of high school students that are currently in high school. So I really see, the kind of pressures you guys are under. I see the workload you guys have. That really helps me connect with my students. I feel like you guys feel like I understand you. At the beginning of this year, I did take a short, long-term sub position in special education, and really fell in love with that. And within weeks, I thought to myself, I now know what I want to be when I grow up. So next year, I'm going to be doing what's called the Teacher in Residency program, where I'm a contracted teacher here at Higley, not a long-term sub anymore, but I'll also be going to school.
We also talked to one of her current students and a previous student to see the insight about how they feel about Mrs. Adams.
Miss Adams is different from other teachers because she likes to interact with the kids, and she's fun. She has fun while doing it.
Miss Adams is different from other teachers because she likes to work with kids, make sure the class is fun for them.
She's not she doesn't go off the books very much. She likes to do her own thing and makes it fun.
All the students love Miss Adams because she's so outgoing and easy to talk to.
Mrs. Adams will be around Higley for a while, so make sure to stop by and say hi. This is Vanessa and Grace reporting for The Studio.
Monday, February 19th, Rubberneck is having a house show. Make sure to head to Twitter at RubberneckAZ to get more details. Man, Jonah, I'm really craving some Girl Scout cookies right now.
I got you covered. Here you go, bud.
Thanks, man. Where did you get these?
I got them from the Girl Scouts. Tyler and I sat down with one of them to figure out what the Girl Scouts is all about.
It's that time of the year, when everyone's favorite snack comes knocking at their door, and around every corner you go. The Girl Scouts are in town, and they're hanging out your favorite snack.
Girl Scout organization is basically a collection of activities where the girls make new friends, explore, they learn about themselves and their world while gaining important life skills.
The Girl Scouts have been around since 1912, and ever since, they've been teaching young girls great leadership skills.
When they are selling Girl Scout cookies, they learn math skills and how to handle money and good customer service.
Not only that, it's a great way to get involved in the community.
We do a lot of service projects. The most recent one we just completed is Operation Christmas Child, and we pack shoe boxes full of gifts, and they get sent all over the world to children in need.
And the girls, they enjoy what they do.
My favorite part about being a Girl Scout is helping others and making new friends.
Yes, because I get to be with my friends and help the community.
Girl Scout cookies are a huge part of the organization, and you can find a box of Girl Scout cookies in almost every household.
Yeah, my mom's a sucker for that type of stuff, and I don't blame her. Most years, yeah, they are though.
My favorite cookie is definitely the Thin Mints.
I'd get Thin Mints, because I like them frozen.
Definitely the Thin Mints.
Thin Mints, that's the ones I rock with.
You can support the Girl Scouts by picking up one of your favorite box cookies, like Samoas or Thin Mints, at any stand. Reporting for the studio, I'm Tyler McGee.
I'm so glad that Girl Scout cookies are back in season.
I think everybody is. Unfortunately, that's all we have for today.
Make sure you come back next week and see another episode of The Studio.
Until then, have a good week, and go Knights!